I hit a wall.
Almost like you knew that the end was coming.
Yeah, I was.
The cook man.
I went as far as I could. I couldn't handle it anymore.
No, but listen, but you know what? I could tell because you were like forgetting the words, you know, because...
Everything, mentally, I was just burned out, just like, let's go home. I didn't expect to make it this far.
No, but come on.
It was good. Well, thanks.
I mean that.
Well, thank you. Now...
Hallelujah song was...
That was the one. I'll see you at the final.
All right, cool. Thank you very much.
The Hallelujah song was amazing, dude. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You're packing your bags, so what I want to tell you is you're packing your bags for good now, because you're going to be doing your thing now. You know
Yeah, back to the music.
You know that. You're fantastic. I love you, and thank you so much for
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
I'm so happy for you, dude.
How you holding on? You looked like you were having fun even on that last song.
Yeah,
Big smile, hanging out.
Good time. It's really such a relief. I mean, I had a blast here, and like it's just been the time of my life. But I'm really just mentally and everything. I was just hitting a wall. Like it was just getting too hard for me.
Is there kind of an exhaustion level that builds up over the weeks for you?
Yeah, I mean, just nonstop going. Like you can handle it for a month or two, but then it just starts to get to you. You're like and then learning the songs. I'm not used to learning songs, and so as we started learning 2 and next week 3.
You're like, get me out of here before it's 3, man.
I was like, last night I was like, the hometown visit would have been cool, but it's like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if it's worth it.
So there's a little relief mixed in.
I'm very relieved. It was my time. I think the 3 that are left are outstanding singers. I'm kind of like the kid that can't sing, but I came out anyways, and people.
You can sing, man. You did a great job. I want to talk to you more about those 3 and about your song, so I'll catch up with you in just a bit.
Thanks.
All right, man. I'll let you go say goodbye to those guys. Well, there you go. A little bit relieved to be going home. It was a huge song catalog this week. To audition for American Idol. I mean, is this something the family bugged him to do? Is it something he wanted to do?
No, actually, he kind of got pulled out of bed and said, come on, we got to go. We got to try this. He actually, after he got his band the first day, put a really big, thick leather band hiding it because he's like, I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing.
He was embarrassed?
Well, he's from a big rock band. He's a drummer, and he just kind of started singing, and it had only been a few times since anybody had ever seen him in public, so it was like...
I have a better answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Michael's like, I can do better than that. Watch this.
Well, I remember we were watching American, because in our duplex that we lived in, we only got like 4 channels because we didn't have cable. And so we used to watch American Idol. And I remember, like, last year, he was like, I think I'm going to try out next year. And then he did.
Well, see, I didn't know that side of the story.
That was so much better. I can see the family resemblance now.
We totally agree.
Totally. He said in one of his packages, he said that he was a total slob at home. He was a total... Is he a mess at home?
Yeah.
Is he? Really?
My house has been so clean since he's been out.
But you want to have him back, right?
Oh, desperately.
Is he going to go... Now, you think he's going to go back to play with the band that he was in, or what do you think?
He was a drummer.
He was a drummer.
Now he's a front man.
Yeah.
Can't put him back behind the drum kit again. Well, speaking of the man, let's bring him out here. I know you'd love to see him. Jason Castro. Come on out here. Grab a seat right there.
All right.
I love that brother standoff where they were deciding if they were going to hug or not. It's like, hey.
Yeah,
hey,
he doesn't like to be touched.
How are you? Does your brother sing?
Yes, actually.
Yeah?
He sings better than I do, but he's too scared.
So would you audition for Idol? No. Even after the success he's had?
Nope.
Wouldn't do it?
He just sings at home. When I try to sing, he'll just sing like a higher note than me or hold it longer just to show me he can. Or driving in the car, Jace, can you do this?
What about a duet? You could be the new Osmonds, the Castros. Huh?
We have enough people to do it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Big family
My
musicians.
family, they all sing. I have 5 uncles. They all play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
Wow, I can imagine family gatherings at the Castro house.
Yeah.
Very loud.
Woo.
There's always a guitar.
Man, all right. Well, I want to talk to you a little bit more. But hey, if you with Jason Castro, Jason, good to have you with us tonight. Obviously, I'm sure you would rather not be right here, right now tonight.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. You've had some amazing weeks and gotten some great feedback. Last night was not a great night for you, at least in the eyes of the judges. What do you think happened out there, and how did you feel about it?
I think really, I said a little when they told me I got cut, or when they asked whatever. But yeah, I really feel like I just got to a point that I was just getting overwhelmed with you know, I'm not used to learning songs. I'm not used to all this, and when we picked it up to 2 songs, that was hard enough, and then it was just too much. I think I just had enough. I couldn't.
Just sort of hit a wall.
Yeah. Like,
was it a question of just like time management, too much to do, or was it pressure? Where you feel, because you don't seem like a guy that ever feels pressure. I mean, you look pretty relaxed.
I mean, there's definitely the pressure, but yeah, it's also time, you know, and because it's no fun to step out on stage when you feel like you haven't practiced enough. You know, that automatically you're just like, man, that's not fun.
Did you know going in that you weren't going to have trouble with the lyrics? Was that a worry of yours, or did it just happen?
Actually, what's funny is I'd had the hardest time. There's 2 words in the verse. I just kept blanking out on. I'd get to it and just say something and keep going. And so I got the verse down, and I forgot the line of the chorus that you say like 100 times in the song.
Jangle, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
What do you think in that moment? I mean, you're up there on stage, you're performing, you know you're essentially performing for your spot on the show, and what goes through your brain? Did you go, oh, no? I'm
just singing, and yeah, I'm just like, da-na-na-na, oh, okay. And I see Randy shaking his head, giving me this look like, you just screwed up, and I'm like, oh, well, let's push through.
Yeah, but how do you push through? Like, I mean, how do you not just put down the guitar and go, well, that's that?
Because that night I actually did have fun. I actually really liked both songs. And so I was really just having a good time. That's why their comments on the first one didn't affect me. Even though that one wasn't even as good as I had rehearsed. Like I don't know why I was so lost that night. I think just everything, my mind's just been I've just been like in this funk. And, but yeah, I don't know, just whatever. It's the same thing every week. I do what I do. If they like it, and they like it. If not.
No doubt. Hey, we've got a question for you from our audience, brought to you by AT&T. Your World Delivered. This is Kendra with her Team Jason Castro t-shirt with a question.
My team let me down this week, but where did you get the inspiration to grow your dreads, and how long has it taken you to grow them?
Well, actually, I was a senior in high school, and no, I had grown out my hair. It was pretty long, and I kind of had this habit of growing my hair long and then just cutting it off and starting all over again. And it was really long, and I was kind of like, what to do now? I was bored, and somebody told me, hey, why don't you do some dreadlocks? And I'd always been fascinated by them. I think like most people are like, what are those? But and like I remember in 7th grade not washing my hair all summer in hopes that it would magically happen. Wow. But it didn't happen. And then yeah, so I don't know. I was like, why not? And me and my mom looked it up on the internet, and she did them for me.
Mom helped you with the dreadlocks?
Took 14 hours, and yeah.
And what, is there like do you ever cut them, or does it just stay like this on its own?
I mean, yeah, it just stays. Like, at first, there's kind of a lot of work. Just, like, you just wax them and roll them.
And do you have to practice getting used to them? Because even up on stage there, I saw you'd be playing, and you'd have to get one out of the way. And
yeah.
Does it take some time to learn to work with them?
I don't know. I think it's just like growing out your hair. I mean, at first they were only this big, so they weren't in my way. They stuck straight up.
What do you tell people when they're this big? What do you like, I'm
I was just a joke. No,
Stick with me.
It was just for fun. It was senior year. I was just being goofy.
How did you feel about the other contestants on the show? Because you guys are in pretty intense circumstances together, yeah?
I mean, they were all just great. It was a really cool season. Lots of diversity.
Well, we talked to all of them about you, and they each had a little something they wanted to say on your parting. You ready to see it?
All right.
All right, have a look.
To Eyelashes. It's been an absolute pleasure having you as a roommate. I'm sorry to see you go.
Jason, you are just really goofy and laid back, but you're still a really smart guy.
You are so relaxed and calm, and I must say you brushed off on me a little bit.
It's funny how you're always finding time to sleep throughout the day. And
keep smiling and keep that cool vibe that you have. You're awesome.
Keep rocking that ukulele, and looking forward to the tour, man.
Finding time to sleep. I asked Carly. She said you are kind of known as the sleeper in the group.
I am kind of known as that. Anytime, I mean, I claim the couch right when we get in there. The big one, there's one that you can fit on, and the other two, your legs are up, and I can't sleep.
It's like calling shotgun when you go to the car. You call couch.
Yeah, and I just sleep as much as I can. I'm always tired.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, even the smallest amount of rest helps.
And is there a story behind the bathrobe? Because I was talking to Carly, and she said you are never out of your that you have a bathrobe that is like your uniform.
Well, I mean, at home, like, most of the time I play music is in my room, and that's usually my bathrobe. But when I'm at home, I just usually wear that thing around. I don't get dressed unless I have to. And so the only times they've seen me is whenever I just had to come down and pick up something, or I wasn't doing anything that day, so... Hey.
So Carly should stop peeking in your windows and looking at you in your bathroom, is what you're saying.
No.